Hey, 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 my beautiful people. So, this is going to be a chariot spread by a fellow tarot reader that I am following on Instagram called Malakam Tarot. That's Malaki _Him _tarot. And this spread is pretty much going to help us set the course for 2023. They created this spread. It's a 7 card spread, and it's pretty much going to be hitting on what energies do I need to take into the new year, what needs to be left behind, what journey am I on this year, what will help me stay on the course, what do I need to be mindful of, what lessons did 2022 give me that I can take into the new year, and where do I aim to be in the at the end of 2023. Hey, love, what's up, Kate Crucial? So also for those of y'all who are on my YouTube with the pre-recorded, I am live on my Instagram, so just be mindful of that. There's a really good chance that I will talk to the people who enter in on my live video. So we're going to just do a general spread. I felt called as soon as I saw the spread. Thank you for posting this. I'm really excited to see what message pops up. It's going to be for whoever it's meant to be for. Okay, so if it's for you, that is wonderful. If not, just continue to stay tuned and in alignment with my energy, because I'm pretty sure I will pick up on your energy the more you get connected to me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Happy New Year's also to everyone. Some people be like, the new year doesn't technically start until springtime, and I get that, honestly. So, whatever, regardless, we're in a new year of 2023. So, yeah, maybe like for the first couple of months, you can like really set your intentions to like really release what you need to release and officially start your new year. Um, Also, before we get started, y'all look at my painting. Isn't it cute? It's giving. It's giving. It's giving. Like, I just did this for New Year's Eve. Mystic Beauty had a paint manifestation party, and I had got invited to it, and I'm very grateful. Um, the the studio, the studio that we went to is, I think it's called like DTX Studio. I can tag that as well. But yeah, they were really cool. I'm actually going to make a post on my Instagram, so if you want to see it on my Instagram, just check that out. But I'm just really happy with the way it turned out. I just love it. I'm really in love with it. I'm not even gonna cap. So let's go ahead and get started, you guys. Thank you so very much, Holy Spirit, Mother Goddess, Father God, Archangel, Spirit God, Universe, and Ancestors, for allowing for me to be a clear channel and a clear beacon of light. I truly appreciate you for allowing for me to release ego with all of my readings. Thank you so much for allowing for me to be able to receive the message for whoever it is meant for and deliver it in a way where they would be receptive to it. And I truly appreciate you for allowing for them to trust their own intuitive nudges that this reading will spark in them, and for allowing for them to trust themselves to make the decisions that are for their highest good, that will help them make positive strides forward in their journey. We truly appreciate you for keeping our energy protected against any low vibrational energies or entities. They are not allowed in this space. Ashe. Alrighty, so let me give me some agua. So before we start on the actual spread, we're going to pull a positive affirmation card, simply because we like to break the negative cycle that we can all easily fall victim into. Thank you so very much, Spirit. I truly appreciate you. What positive affirmation card you'd like to start us off with? Show me clearly, please. Alrighty. All right. Get my I am affirmation card as well. All right. So we have the past is over. So it says, this is a new day, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and I enjoy each and every moment. And then we also have, I am compassionate. I understand how important it is to have compassion, and not just for others, but for myself as well. I forgive myself for the times that I may have let myself down. I forgive others for the same. I realize that, like me, everyone is doing the best that they know with the tools that they have. I am compassionate. Okay, so that's really, really beautiful, you guys. Just bringing into this new year when it comes to the direction that we're headed in, I feel like we're officially desiring to let go. Okay, we have I'm willing to let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I am free to create that which is meaningful to me. I'm a gift here. Okay, I'm a gift to the world. When I lead with kindness and love, I create a ripple effect that benefits more people than I'll ever imagine or that I'll ever know. My presence, my knowledge, and my passions contribute to the greater good of the world. I am a gift. So I feel like right here, like what the main focus is for this message, this energy that I'm picking up on, is like genuinely starting, like giving yourself a clean new slate. Not just giving yourself a clean new slate, but giving other people a clean new slate too. It's just like heavy, heavy releasing energy, heavy, heavy just letting go. Um, you know, I do feel like the physical will like in turn um be released as well, but I'm getting heavy mentally, like I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of it taking space in my mind. Okay, like I'm releasing others to create whatever is meaningful to them. And I feel like, just because it's all of this purple, it's just like you're being awakened to new awarenesses. Like there's just like this spiritual awakening. It could even be a collective spiritual awakening that's happening here, where it's just like there's just a lot of compassion. Okay, a lot of compassion given to yourself, and a lot of compassion that's given to other people when it comes to like them creating a life that is meaningful to them. Like, hey, if it works for you, then go do it. Like I know that I want to do what works for me, and maybe I'm starting to recognize that me doing what is meaningful to me, or what are creating the life that's meaningful to me, could in a way bother other people. It can make other people feel bothered. Okay, and so I do feel like that's where the compassionate comes in for yourself, like really allowing for yourself to create whatever is meaningful to you, by in turn like releasing other people to do the same. Like I'm not going to try to control, like what you do with your life, or like even like what you did or what happened to me in the past. The past is over, and so being able to stay in the now and enjoy each and every moment, I feel like this is really you just being super intentional about like giving a new opportunity to yourself to like have an actual new life, a new experience. Like I actually don't know what today have in store for me. I can assume based off of my past, but that's no longer fair to myself. I want to be more intentional when it comes to my thoughts. I'm having new thoughts. I want to build this new version of me. I want to create this new life. So I have to be willing to let go of my past. I have to be willing to allow for myself to stay present and to enjoy each and every moment. Okay. And I feel like you'll find more ease letting go by, just aligning with this compassionate energy. Okay. That's a part of the reasons why you are a gift. Okay. And it could actually be one of your gifts, just your compassionate and understanding nature. And so I feel like, there could be even a lot of conversations that could be had with different people, maybe a lot of apologies, maybe just resolving things. I'm not sure if you're going to be apologizing to people, or people going to be apologizing to you, or you're going to just be a bigger person. But I do see a lot of conversations that are happening with past energies. These conversations could be like face to face conversations, or just like really speaking it to the universe, to Mother Nature, to Spirit, to God, like, but you're speaking to those particular people energetically, kind of like seeking to forgive and release and just like let the weight go. Okay, so that's really cool. Hey, you guys, how's it going? So let us go ahead and get started on this actual spread. Um, this isn't my spread. This is from Malakam. And excuse me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, but I've been following this person for a couple of years, ever since I started like getting into tarot myself, and I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful. We never met each other. We never really had like a formal conversation, but I do feel like we both enjoy each other's content. So I'm really excited to get into this spread, okay? So the first card will be, what energy do I need to take into the new year? So let's see what energy do I need to take into the new year. So thank you so very much, Spirit. What energy do we need to take into the new year? Show me clearly, please, Spirit. Okay. So we got the Knight of Cups and we have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a very, very compassionate person, you guys. That Knight of Cups is that card that I was talking about where I was just saying like that apologetic type of energy, okay? It's like, what? We're not being unapologetic? No. Like, unapologetic, it's like okay to like, unapologetically be yourself, but the Knight of Cups is kind of this apologetic energy. So I do feel like that's where that compassionate energy may come from. Like from you, it's like a really sweet type of energy. It doesn't mean that it's like, oh, I'm not going to do what I want to do. It's just like I'm not going to be so harsh with it. I'm not going to be like, like so mean or like rigid with it. Like I'm still going to like honor my feelings, honor my emotions, but I'm going to do so in a compassionate way. Like I understand where you're coming from. I'm not going to completely disregard your emotions. Okay. I'm not going to completely disregard my emotions. Okay. So, the energy that you do need to take into the new year is just this like sweet, this romantic, this loving, diving deeper into your subconscious as well, with the King of Cups being here. The King of Cups is like, this is your masculine side of your emotions. So like the King of Cups is very, very emotional. They're really intuitive as well, but they don't allow for their emotions to be expressed as much as the female version, as much as the Queen of Cups. So the King of Cups usually um, is more grounded and stable. They still share their emotions, they still express their emotions, but they're able to handle like emotional storms a little bit better. And they are a little bit more grounded. So bringing this grounded, emotional, mature type of energy, this sweet, romantic type of energy, into the new year is going to be really, really good for you. We have the Lover's card here. That's Gemini energy. We got this Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords to me talks about endings, it talks about dead ends. So I feel like this is that compassionate energy towards significant connections and relationships that you do have love for, but you feel like it's investing into dead ends, like um okay, so for me, when I like to express or explain the Ten of Swords, like on how you can apply it to like real life, the Ten of Swords to me is like a cup with a lot of little holes in it. And so it's like, even if I'm pouring this water into this cup, like, or if I'm pouring blessings into this cup, or opportunities into this cup, or I'm even expressing to you, how I feel, with all of those holes in that cup or in that vessel, like there's no way you can comprehend, there's no way you can hold, conversation, there's no way you can hold a connection, like there's no way like you can even understand or even hold the love that I'm pouring into you. And so it almost seems like I'm wasting my time, money, effort, and energy by pouring into some of y'all. This is like pouring into like dead end relationships, with some of y'all that could be like just pouring into other people from a dead like mindset. It's like it doesn't really matter how much love I'm pouring into other people or how much love I'm pouring into myself if I'm going to like continue to be stuck in this Ten of Swords state. And that Ten of Swords state is, it could be your past, it could be betrayal, things that have hurt you. If I continue to overthink or replay these things that have hurt me and just feel stuck in it, like feel like there's no way that I can truly get out of it. And I feel like that could come from just like not fully feeling all of your emotions and feelings. Because you see that Eight of Swords, there's just a little water here. This Knight of Cups, there's like a little water similar, but there's a stream. Okay, so that stream of water for me represents emotions. So you might start off as a knight, but you're going into a king of cups. Okay, so this is slowly opening up to your emotions. And just know emotions are not just happiness. Okay, especially with the Eight of Swords and Ten of Swords being here, like these are significant connections and relationships that you had deep love for, that you may have felt betrayed by, that you may have PTSD from, that you may have felt like depressive or just felt like you literally reached a dead end. And to invest in things for a long time, because sometimes the Seven of Pentacles talk about that. Um, a long term type of investment, and still feel like I haven't gotten anywhere could feel kind of defeating. Okay, so that's why the Knight of Cups is here. This is what we're bringing into 2023. It's just more love. Okay, more love, more emotions, more feelings. Okay, even the pain, because to feel anything means that you are alive. And sometimes, we spend more time in our head thinking about a situation versus actually like feeling the situation, feeling the pain from it. Okay, it helps us get back to love. So I do feel like they're just wanting you to follow the streams of your emotions, to get to a King of Cups. And the King of Cups do not, some of y'all, that could be a person, but I'm heavily feeling it as you. And the King of Cups is someone, like I said, they don't get lost in their emotions, but they're very open to it. Okay, so let's move to the second card. It says what needs to be left behind. Thank you so very much, Spirit. I truly, truly appreciate you. Hola to everyone who had dropped in on me. Okay, so let's see what needs to be left behind in 2023 for us. Thank you so very much, Spirit. Can you show me clearly what needs to be left behind in 2023? Okay, so some of y'all, like, before I move on, like this right here, even if they're the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Pentacles, like the Eight of Swords, like this could be people in your life that you do feel like, okay, they're not growing, or they may be mentally ill, or they may be stuck in imposter syndromes, or even stuck in their head. Okay, because Eight of Swords is heavy, heavy. This person is creating a prison for themselves. That could be you, that could be energies around you. Regardless, it's like, don't get angry at them, don't get upset with them. Like, they're doing the best that they can with the tools that they have. And when you have that Eight of Swords, like, the only person who can get that the person out of an Eight of Swords state is that person at the end of the day. So being able to continue to show them emotions, to help them follow down a stream, their own stream of emotions, is like helpful to where they can eventually get to opening up to their emotions more. Like Eight of Swords states, it's like, I have a lot of anxiety that I feel stuck. Okay, it could even be panic attacks or anxiety attacks, because they're really allowing for their thoughts to just like get out of hand. And sometimes, the way you can communicate with someone who is in that state can make matters worse, especially if you are not coming from a compassionate, understanding place. So this is just like literally showing them love just so that they can feel safe, enough to like lead themselves in the right direction. Okay, so I just felt called to say that. Continuing to show love even to the people who you feel like you've outgrown, even to the people who you feel like you're no longer desiring to invest in because you feel like you've reached a dead end. Continue to show them love, loving emotions, loving energy. It doesn't mean you have to continue to put time or energy into them, but you can show them love. Okay, so let's see what needs to be left behind. Thank you so very much, Spirit. What needs to be left behind in 2023? This Knight of Swords energy, that's that impatient, impulsive type of energy, quick to react, quick to respond without really having a game plan in place. Okay, we have the World card here. Interesting. Here's the Queen of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. So, this could either be responding to people that you love in an impulsive, impatient type of manner, but it could also be like trying to work things out with someone, or trying to collaborate with someone, or trying to have someone in your world, in your reality, when you are feeling kind of like a Knight of Swords, like when you don't really have a proper plan in place. Okay, because the Three of Pentacles to me is kind of like planning, um, having uncomfortable conversations, like getting a game plan set in place, working things out, creating an agreement. Okay, creating an agreement. And it's like, I have to be able to see where I'm going and know where I want to go before I start creating those steps. At least I need to at least know the direction. So I do feel like, being directionless, going back and forth in a very impatient, impulsive way, being quick to respond or react to something, when you feel like you're uncomfortable, because sometimes your emotions or certain emotions or even certain lack of emotions could cause for you to feel uncomfortable, to where you may possibly feel attacked, or you may possibly feel just like anything. You can feel angry, you can feel anything. And so yeah, yeah, most definitely, maybe even trying to control a situation, or maybe even like I said, continuing to work on something that you just no longer have patience for. Sometimes when you feel like you just like released patience for something, it could be because you need time, and such, or you're over giving. Like that's what I've known with myself. Like whenever I'm like kind of like in my head being repulsed by someone, or I feel impatient towards someone, or I feel like I guess tired of someone, like it's because I'm not taking care of myself. It's because I'm not investing in my goals and dreams, or I'm not, like really pushing myself out of my comfort zone. So I feel like getting reactive when you are being challenged to step out of your comfort zone needs to be left behind. Okay, because this is what needs to be brought into 2023, which is the King of Cups, and for the Queen of Cups to be here at the bottom of the deck for like what needs to be left behind, I feel like it's that Knight of Swords energy, like being like that towards people who are willing to work with you, who are willing to like be uncomfortable with you, like who's willing to like learn with you and work things out with you. Okay. So let's see, what journey are you on this year? Thank you so very much, Spirit. I truly appreciate you. Can you show me clearly what journey are they on this year? What journey are they on this year? Show me clearly, please, Spirit. Okay, so we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so this journey does look like a journey that is like a journey by myself. Okay, Nine of Swords is usually nines talk about solo, solitary type of energy. But this is someone who has restless nights. So this could even be someone who's like learning how to like sleep alone, or just learning how to like manage their thoughts better. Honestly, is what I'm getting from this. Just learning how to manage their thoughts better. Just because like when I'm looking at the storyline, um, whenever I need to like and even this, like what I need to leave behind, because you saw like that, how I was talking about how like the Queen of Cups she can be like lost in her emotions. We're heading more over to the masculine side of our emotions this year. That's what they want us to do. It's like you don't have to turn your emotions off altogether. You don't have to turn your intuition off altogether, but don't get lost in it, okay? Because when it comes to the feminine side of our emotions, heavy subconscious energy, you got heavy wounds. Like you can literally get lost in the feminine part of your emotions, and maybe it's just not that space. Especially if they're harsh emotions, if it's harsh trauma, harsh pain, and you still have to upkeep your life, tapping into your feminine energy for that that type of, I guess, baggage, could possibly be detrimental to the things that you are building. Okay, but what journey are you on this year with the Nine of Swords? I feel like this is like really seeing how you can give your mind a break. Okay, there's the Four of Swords with the High Priestess. We got the Ten of Wands with the Empress. Okay, that's that feminine energy that feels burdened and overworked. Okay, maybe, hmm, the feminine energy feels burdened and overworked. Maybe like not as appreciated for her divine gifts, for her presence, So this could even be you learning how to um, become aware of how to attract, become aware of like how to feel attractive, or like literally getting in alignment with unconditional love, with the Empress card being here. It's so freaking interesting, considering like the Emperor was here at the bottom of the deck, but also the Queen of Cups was there, for what needs to be left behind. So it's like I need to like go towards like a masculine emotional energy, but I don't need to fully embrace like my masculinity as far as like my pride and my ego with the Emperor card, you know, to where I feel like I'm controlling the situation, or I'm even allowing for my emotions to control the situation. And then, like, this part of this journey is me learning how to be by myself and manage my thoughts by myself. This Four of Swords is like meditating. It could talk about realignment, Reiki, you know, like really getting aligned to like this new awareness that you have. Okay, this new awareness that you have towards like, okay, I know when I'm overworking myself, I know when I'm like I'm doing too much, I know when I have too much on my plate, you know. Or it could even be like me not putting enough effort and energy towards my creations, towards things that I love, or nurturing people that I love, you know, my mom, motherly energy, or even like wifey energy, because that's what this Empress card is, you know. This could even be like seeing how you can align two alternative ways. Um, Maybe even like doing more research on like what you can do to really like nurture yourself, or see how you can take less things off your plate. Okay, because like what is keeping this person up at night? Like, why can't they have like a peaceful night's rest? Like, that's something, like their mind is always on go. And it's time for them to like stop just allowing for their thoughts to get like this, or their thoughts to get out of hand, and start for them it's time for them to start meditating and really like analyzing these thoughts and like doing deeper research on these thoughts. It could be intuitive deeper research, or this high priestess could literally be reaching out to, you know, a spiritual guide, and you know, having them help you release some of this baggage, with compassion and love and acceptance. Okay. I feel like it's most definitely to try to resolve your past, and maybe even reconnect to remembering who you are. It could be even concerning certain friends in your life. And some of y'all, it could be a marriage, like an actual relationship. You know, maybe y'all are taking some sort of untraditional break. Um, if it's someone that you're married to, like, and you are by yourself, you know, you're taking some time, you're taking a break. It's really untraditional, but it's giving you time to really sit with yourself, sit with your thoughts, and maybe even like feel like you just don't have that many expectations, because sometimes when you're in other people's energies, you do feel expected to show up a particular type of way. Hey love, how are you? um So, yeah, I most definitely feel like it's diving deeper into just your awareness, honestly. Diving deeper into your own awareness, not being afraid to see where your thoughts will take you, or even to express your truths about something. When I see the High Priest card as someone who usually knows, like they're very intuitive, like they know better. They may be ignoring it, and it's like, why are you ignoring it? You know, why are you ignoring your heart? You know, why are you ignoring your mental health? Why are you ignoring, you know, your emotions? Why are you ignoring your mom? Why are you ignoring, you know, your wife, the mother to your kids? Like, why are you doing this? You know, like, I feel like maybe asking questions like that, or diving deeper into that, or it could even be like seeing how you can like understand, you know, women more, or maybe even your own feminine energy, for sure, because that energy is burdened. It's like it's feeling overworked. So when I see the Empress with the 10 of Wands being next to it, it's like a feminine energy that could possibly be operating, um, from a place of trauma, or, you know, just really trying to please everyone with a lot of responsibilities. Like, she doesn't really see her worth in her presence, or feel worthy to receive, or feel like her love doesn't feel worthy. Like, she doesn't feel worthy. Like, she doesn't feel like her love is enough for herself or for other people around her. She and yeah, etc. and etc. So let's see here. Um, what will help you stay on course? Thank you so very much, Spirit. I truly appreciate you. Can you show me please what will help you stay on course? So we have the everything's fine with the High Priest card here, and the Four of Swords, the Knight of Wands here. Got the Seven of Swords with this Ace of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is still there. Um, what will help you stay on course with this everything's fine card is just knowing. Um, I feel like that's like just knowing when to take these breaks. Honestly, knowing when to take even a social media break, like knowing when to stop scrolling. Um, knowing when to like stop overstimulating your mind to like distract you from like deeper thoughts. Okay. What will help you stay on course is literally this meditation, because this is someone who I feel like could be going through like this could literally be dark night of the soul type of energy when it comes to like what journey are you on this year. It's a spiritual awakening. That's this high priestess card, like, and it's like that right there is a cycle within itself. Like whenever you're shedding skin, whenever you're learning more about yourself, like whenever you're diving deeper into your subconscious, your wounds, your trauma, and that could even be generational trauma, learning more about your family and learning more about what they go through. Like when you do that, that opens up new doors within yourself. That brings new things into your awareness, you know. So that could be starting to become uncovered this year, and it could bring up a lot of stuff that needs to be released. So I do feel like, you know, what's going to help you stay on course is just knowing when to take a break from stimulation, painful stimulation. So that could even literally be thinking about painful events in my life, or just being around that, like being stimulated by painful things, painful thoughts. I need to know when to give my mind a rest and a break, and I need to know myself enough to know when it's time to take a break. Okay, that's that Four of Swords, when it's time to meditate. Maybe when it's time to like get into new territory, a new home, a new space altogether. Because the Seven of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles, for me, it's like someone who is, you know, not fully taking advantage of a new beginning, who's not fully taking advantage of a new stage in their life. You know, when it comes to maybe even the way that they're investing their time, their money, their effort, and their energy, and it could be because they're overstimulating themselves, they're distracting themselves, or they just don't trust it. They could have trust issues, you know. So I feel like, you know, like really getting down to the source, and I feel like it's all heavily mental, because the only thing that is raising alarm is the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords next to this Ace of Pentacles? Why don't you trust this new beginning? You know, like why don't you trust this money? Like why don't you trust this new career opportunity? Like why don't you trust it? This could also talk about knowing what energy to take a break from, especially with this Knight of Wands energy here. That right there is like inconsistency, you know, like going back and forth with something, you know, versus making a final decision. And it could be literally going back and forth from something that is a dead end, that, you know, like you took a break from, you know, like you took a break from it for a reason, you know. And so it's like giving yourself that time to recover, okay, before going back to it. Okay, some of y'all that could literally be a dead end mindset within yourself, you know, just feeling like you're not ish, or like holding on to the past or replaying those scenes from the past, you know, like why do you keep going back to it when you are this new version of yourself and you know it? Okay, when you have grown, you've changed, you've matured, you know, like why do you continue to go back and forth from something that's taken away from your peace and taken away from this new beginning and taken away from long-term stability? And that's something to genuinely ask yourself, bring it into your awareness, and really get deep into that, like what is out of alignment in me. And the beautiful part about it with this Four Swords is like it's not the star card, so it's not like deep, deep, deep. It's not something that I have to do all year, but it is something that I might need to do for a month of just like intentionally aligning myself, intentionally listening to myself, intentionally like doing deeper research. And when for me, like high priest energy is like listening to my body. Like, where do I feel a blockage? I feel a blockage in my root. I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. So that's my root chakra. Or maybe my head is always hurting. My head is always hurting. It means like maybe I'm receiving downloads that I'm ignoring. Okay, so how can I like acknowledge these downloads that I'm receiving? This is just some advice. It may help you, it may not. But record yourself. Voice record yourself. You can either pull cards, or you can like literally converse with your spirit, set your intentions, and allow for the messages to just pour out of you. Go back and listen to it and see what you can pull from the downloads that you've had. Do guided meditations. And they have guided meditations for specific things. They have guided meditations for self confidence, guided meditations for connecting with your spiritual team, guided meditation for, releasing the past or childhood healing or whatever you may feel like is heavily on your mind. Okay. Guided meditations for, trusting yourself. Okay. So let us see. Um, what do you need to be mindful of? Thank you so very much, Spirit. I truly appreciate you. So, can you show me clearly? What do they need to be mindful of? Show me clearly. Okay. So, the other Three of Cups, that talks about your friends. It talks about partying, having fun, drinking, alcohol. Okay. That could be the distractions. Okay. I'm getting it heavy as drinking. Maybe even like, it could even be like the people who you surround yourself with, because Three of Cups is like best friend energy, who you spend most of your time with, your soul tribe, like who's heaviest in your energy. This is what you should be mindful of, is certain people who are heavy in your energy, focusing on energies that you feel like, hide themselves, that you feel like drown themselves in their problem, like drown their emotions or drown like their problems underneath, like drown out their problems with drugs and alcohol, aren't able to face the truth. Okay, it's not to say there's anything wrong with them. We release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them. Okay, but when you're heavy around that energy, it's only going to encourage you to do the same. And like, this is someone who knows that, okay, it's time for me to like really dive deeper into my own awareness. It's time for me to listen to my intuition more. And sometimes, when I'm under the influence of things, or I'm around a lot of people who like to mask their problems or ignore the elephant in the room, like, it's just going to make it more harder for me. I'm like, it just is what it is. You are who you spend most of your time with. So if you are around a lot of courageous people, a lot of, optimistic type of energies, then it's going to rub off on you, even if you're not naturally that way. Okay. And that's why they kind of want you to leave behind getting impulsive or impatient or reactive when you're around energies that make you uncomfortable. Okay, because you're breaking away from this old version of you and you're embracing this new version of you. So you're going to be uncomfortable. Okay, and there's going to be a part of you that kind of wants to fight, because it doesn't feel safe. But you have to be mindful of, is it uncomfortable for growth purposes, or is it uncomfortable because I'm not safe? Because your ego could make you feel unsafe because it's so attached to an old version of you, a trauma filled version of you. Okay. So just being mindful of what you're focusing on, being mindful of like the energies you surround yourself with, really making sure they feel authentic to you, making sure they're not hiding anything, or you don't feel like you're hiding yourself around them. Especially when like the people you spend most of your time with, you shouldn't feel like you have to hide at all if you're spending most of your time with them. And sometimes that could even be a trauma response. Sometimes we choose friends or the people we spend most of our time with based off of like how we had to act as a child to protect ourselves, And so, like, I know for myself, when I'm teaching myself, is that like it's okay for me to shine and unapologetically be me. And where I'm at currently, I'm not really focusing on, like who to surround myself with, more so than I'm focusing on being my unapologetic self. And like whoever I attract, then they are meant for me. Like, and I notice, okay, hey, does my inner child feel safe to be itself here? Do I feel like I'm hiding who I am here? Do I feel like I'm being extra cautious? on like what it is I'm saying, or like how it is that I'm being here, like around this particular energy. Because that right there, like if your body naturally does it, like it tells you a lot. Sometimes it's because of trauma, but sometimes it could be because intuitively that person is not like naturally for you. It shouldn't feel forced, okay? Very interesting. We have the Queen of Swords and the King and the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. Okay, this could also talk about false attraction as well, you guys. Very attractive energies. They can literally be attracted to each other sexually, passionately. It's a very strong pull here. Okay, this could be certain friend groups. But with the moon card being here, that it could either be a trauma bond or an illusion. It can literally be just a whole illusion with the moon card being there. And it could be because they both just have very attractive energies. Okay, like these are like my alchemist cards. They're soulmates, of course. They're meant to teach each other something, especially when it comes to how powerful they are, or maybe even how attractive they are. But they don't want you to get lost in the sauce. Just be mindful of it, okay? Because you can get lost in your emotions with the moon card. Okay, with the Queen of Wands and King of Wands, very attractive people. They may be attracted to each other. They may play with each other. They may play with each other, but there's no emotions here. Like, usually they are really focused on their healing, their platform, developing their career. Very independent cards, okay? So it's like you want to make sure you're not getting too emotional, because since they are so attracted, that means they attract other people, or other people are also attracted to them. Okay, and if they didn't say they wanted a commitment, which would be them turning into like a King of Pentacles, then it's like don't get lost in the sauce. This is like play girl, play boy type of energy. Okay, and some of y'all, that could be certain friends around you. Okay, they just want you to be mindful of it. Okay, so especially when y'all are drinking or partying with each other. So let's see what lessons did 2022 give you that you can take into the new year. Thank you so very much, Spirit. Can you show me clearly what lesson did 2022 give you that you can take into the new year? So we have the Three of Pentacles. This could be uncomfortability, like just collaborations, agreements, and being uncomfortable, working on your bigger picture, maybe even thinking about the bigger picture more. 2022 really calls for you to think about the bigger picture more, maybe even like learning how to collaborate with certain people or work things out, like, or create plans. That could be payment plans, towards things like that is your bigger picture goals and dreams. So it's like, hey, I'm going to spend $15 a month saving towards a store, or a product for this, or a car, a job, a house, whatever. 2022 taught you how to take steps, how to create game plans, how to create meal plans, how to create like things that are helping you step out of your comfort zone, but helping you work on like your legacy. That's helping you think about the bigger picture. It taught you how important discipline was, like even when you don't really feel like it, because that's the Four of Cups. It's just like kind of feeling over it, pessimistic, rejected, feeling like a no. Okay, Page of Cups, the Five of Swords, Lord. It taught you how to release judgment, how to release caring about other people's harsh judgment, judging others harshly, especially with this Five of Swords being here. That's heavy ego, heavy pride, heavy, like hurt people type of hurt people energy, just resentfulness. Um, a lack of emotional awareness, a lack of emotional maturity. With that Page of Cups being here, this could even be like a child, a reckless child. Okay, and with this reckless child being, if it's not a reckless child, it's someone who has the emotional intelligence of a reckless child. Okay, because that Page of Cups, the Four of Cups, is heavy. Like, it's just heavy playing mind games, like in a very like I really don't care about your emotions type of way. Like I feel like it showed you like how important it is to like know who to put on your team personally, who to collaborate with, who to make agreements with, like who to, yeah, for sure. Like who to work with, who's worth working with. Because sometimes the Five of Swords could be like, prove to me energy, or I'm taunting you, or I'm holding things over your head, or, things that you trusted me with, like I'm using it against you. That's that type of energy with this Judgment card and this Five of Swords. This is someone who's just releasing something. Like this is someone who, like, this person, this isn't like I have apologized. This is I'm forgiving energy. That's the Justice card. Now this is interesting because this is back here, this King of Swords, this Queen of Swords. The Justice card talk about taking accountability. Some of y'all, this could even be paperwork, some sort of final call or final judgment from the justice system. There's most definitely something unfair here. It seemed unfair at the Five of Swords or Page of Cups. Like you just felt like something. It could have even been an official, a police officer with the Emperor card being here. It could have been a boss. It could even be a father who just was unfair, who just completely neglected your emotions, who yeah, who judged you unfairly. Okay, I'm getting that. Just harsh judgment from the government, a job, a boss, a husband. Like there is like some sort of harsh judgment here for sure. But you're working through, like you've worked through it, so like it was like really difficult. You got through some real difficult stuff, but it really really like made you better, it made you stronger, and it really taught you like how well you can work under pressure is what it looks like you probably see like tapped into a version of yourself that you didn't even know was like capable, like there, you might have even was learning things about like paperwork, like actually creating paperwork to protect yourself against certain things or people. Because there seems like there is some unfair energy, both the Judgment card and the Justice card being there. Like it does seem like things are working out at the end of it all. Because I released control. Like I released control. I was no longer trying to get back at them. Maybe I did in the beginning. I did fight fire with fire. It created more fire. But I learned how to like uncomfortably hear other people's perspectives, see where they're coming from, and actually work things out with them. Even if it's a payment plan with the justice system, or a boss, or maybe even like being your own boss and like just the paperwork with it. Like I'm learning how to work things out. Okay. So last but not least, let's see, where do you aim to be at the end of 2023? Thank you so very much, Spirit. Where do they aim to be at the end of 2023? So we got the Six of Wands, okay, with the Judgment card. Okay, so maybe we don't have a final judgment on something yet. Okay, maybe there's not a final judgment, a final decision on something. Okay, the Six of Wands, a lot of supportive energy towards whatever this judgment is, whatever this final call will be. Is this like you being your own boss? Is this you taking control of your life? Is this the police? Like, is this a judge? Like, but where you wish to be at the end of 2023, like you aim to be at, is just like successful. You want to have support. You want to have support, maybe from your father, maybe from a baby father, because that Three of Pentacles could literally be like child support or a payment plan, just to help. And it's not just to help one person, it's everyone in the picture. Okay, the Three of Pentacles is like, I'm not just receiving all of everything and getting angry and hurting other people because I'm not receiving what I want. The Three of Pentacles is like, we are all in very uncomfortable positions, to come up with something that is helping us. Okay, so like this person is literally naked. They're naked and they have body hair. Okay, and they're plus size. Okay, like that's uncomfortable just because of traditional beauty standards, and because, like it's not widely accepted to be naked without it being something sexually attached to it, or promiscuous attached to it. This person looks younger than that person. They're literally drawing someone who is naked, like what if I don't draw it correctly? You know, like, oh my gosh, there's a naked woman in front of me, you know, like, and then you have this instructor who has to teach this person or who has to guide this person, you know, drawing this naked person. And so, you know, it's just like, what if I teach them wrong? What if I guide them wrong? You know, like, um, except like there's just so many like everyone's uncomfortable is pretty much what I'm saying. Like no one is more uncomfortable or less uncomfortable than the other. Everyone is uncomfortable there, but they're all working towards something that is important to all of them. She's becoming more comfortable with her body. She is becoming more comfortable with seeing a naked body and also using her skills and drawing and also being taught. She is being more comfortable. The teacher is getting more comfortable with using her voice, with teaching, with guiding, with not doing all of the work, but actually like allowing for someone to learn their own lessons and draw with their own pencil. You know, so like that could be a mom, that could be a parent, that could be, you know, the justice system, whatever. Like they're guiding someone, but this person has to do the work. You feel me? So yeah, like that could literally be grandparents, parents. That could be a child, the reckless child or whatever. You know, maybe that's like putting their energy towards something creative, that's helping them pay attention to details more. You know, but again, it's making everyone is uncomfortable. Everyone is making a particular sacrifice. Like, everyone's putting forth effort at the end of the day. Everyone is putting forth an effort. Everyone is investing their time or their money or their energy into something collectively. Okay. It could even be trying to pay for something. But with the Six of Wands being here for where you aim to be by the end of the year, is just to have the support from your platform, to have supportive energy, more supportive energy, just more people cheering you on. It could even be you feeling that energy, okay, feeling claps from your spiritual team. This could even be reaching some sort of finish line. Okay, I've paid off all of my debt. I paid off all of my that could be karmic debt, okay, for some of y'all, but it could also, because the energy there, it could also be financial debt. With the Ten of Pentacles, the Star card being here, it's like, you know, like I feel like I'm really on this path. I feel like I'm being cheered. You know, I feel like I'm on my purpose. I'm really embracing it. I'm taking control over it. I'm holding myself accountable, literally, to like be on a path with my dreams. Okay, that's the Star card. It talks about your dreams, your wish fulfillment, miracles. You know, like the Judgment card is praying. You know, like I'm literally holding myself accountable to do the right thing. You know, to release judgment, to, you know, hold myself accountable to like keep my commitments to my commitments. With the Emperor card being there, that's a person of their word. I made a final decision and I'm going to stand on it, and I'm going to continue to go in that direction, you know, like like I don't say it's unapologetically, but it is in a way where it's like I'm focusing on the supportive energy. I'm really just focused on the energies that supports me, you know, as I'm releasing and getting through some sort of finish line. So someone literally, whatever, it's gonna be like a lot of releasing, a lot of deep healing, shining really, really bright, feeling like you have recovered yourself. Okay, it's really beautiful energy. There's the Chariot, beautiful, because this is the Chariot spread. I feel like this is going away from the heartache, you know, or maybe even still feeling the heartache, but you know, still proudly moving forward, still proudly taking these steps and going in a direction that I know I have the power to go in. I know I have the power to go into this direction and invest in the things that I, you know, want to invest in, and trust that I'm going to reap those rewards as well. Okay. Hola. Okay, so what am I gonna do? I feel like I want to pull a little bit of oracle cards for y'all. Um, I have these inner childhood healing cards, and it's by Kylie Dong or Dang, and she is super awesome. I'm in this tarot group with her on Facebook, and this is like her first like oracle deck, and I'm just like amazed. I think it's so cool. I really like this card, okay, or I like these decks. I like this deck that she made, and I just think it's really cool that she made it for herself. Okay. So we have reconcile with your inner child here. You see that sunset, very beautiful. Okay, then we have be generous here. That's 55 and 22. So how synchronistic is that? Very synchronistic. What is your deepest longing? What's your favorite childhood memories? And you see that's a father and a child. Plant a seed of self forgiveness, of love letter to your inner child. Okay, very, very beautiful. Let us pull some chakra cards. Thank you so very much, Spirit. Okay, we got isolation, we got renewal here. Renewal talks about, having an opportunity to, um, it's a new start. What I thought was an ending isn't actually an ending at all. It's an opportunity to dig my roots deeper, see things differently, and plant something better. Okay. Um, what I thought was dead isn't actually dead. It just needed to be watered, or the vessel needed to be changed. The mindset needed to be changed. Okay, like we said, that Ten of Swords is like, I have a lot of holes in me. Okay, and I can only apply that to real life by showing y'all, like giving y'all an example of how a Ten of Swords could show up in my personal life. I feel like 2022, I did a lot of beautiful things, a lot of amazing memorial type of things. But as far as like my mindset, I stayed living in like survival mode. And so even though like I did a lot of first time experiences, bucket list experiences too. Like my mind was always like, oh my gosh, like I'm scared that I don't have a safety net here, so like I'm scared that like next month I might not have a place to stay, or like will I be able to upkeep my stability, like will I be able to do this, will I be able to do that, because I was just working for myself. And so it's like through all of these beautiful experiences that I've had, I lack trust in God and spirit and my gifts, and it really did take away from me being able to fully receive the experiences that I was in, because mentally I was in the the future really, but also the past, because in the past, I barely made it, or in the past, I come from poverty. You feel me? And I don't know anything other than that. I've never experienced it. So instead of me being present and enjoying each good experience that I had in 2022, my mind was always worried about other stuff. And I wasn't fully present in any of those moments. So I'm looking back and realizing how many beautiful moments I did have, but how I really allowed for my mind to not allow for me to receive it fully. Okay. So I'm going to read the isolation card, and I'm also going to read these cards as well, and we'll wrap it up. Let's pull some romance angel cards just in case. Some of y'all may possibly want to hear a final decision from a partner. You want them to finally choose you and go in the same direction as you, even if there's heartache present. I see that. Okay, so we got you deserve love, you are lovable, codependencies, addictions are affecting your romantic life, wedding, the situation involves marriage, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others. That's the thing to be mindful of, the Three of Cups. That could even be like, hey, am I even allowing for my friends to support me and to help me? Like the friends who I feel like will just unapologetically like receive me. Sometimes I can say for myself, I could be so afraid of judgment that I don't even open up to anybody about some of the things I go through, and I'm going through it by myself. Okay, and that's just not fun. Okay, it's just not fun. So we have calling your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you two together. So, this could be some of y'all like praying to get back reconnected to someone. If some of y'all are doing that, it's like maybe y'all have to build a friendship up and have uncomfortable conversations with other energies. But also this could be literally you praying more, like getting deeper into like just praying for something that is for your highest good and believing in miracles that it will come into fruition. Okay, healing family issues, your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Heavy father wounds are here, maybe mother wounds as well, but I feel like it's father wounds, and because of the father wounds, there's a lot of expectations on the mother or the feminine energy. Okay, because that energy, that's the energy I read it as. Okay, maybe the opposite or reversed. Okay, so yeah, pay attention to the red flags, the signs that are cautioning you. And I feel like that's that energy of that Seven of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles, of just like really making sure you're not bringing your trust issues or doubt into this Ace of Pentacles, which is new territory. It's a new day. It's a new opportunity, a new career, a new version of yourself, a new seed that you are. You are an Ace of Pentacles. Seeing yourself as a seed. Okay, this kind of looks like an Ace of Pentacles. It's so cool. It looks like the Ace of Pentacles from this day. But yeah, like it's a seed at the end of the day. And it's like you can't plant a seed, a really good seed, in a Ten of Sword environment. Okay, it's like a desolate place. It's a very dry place. You can water it as much as you want, but the soil ain't rich. It's not good soil. Okay, so the soil represents the thoughts in your mind. And the seed represents whatever it is you're growing. You could be growing confidence within yourself. You could be growing belief in your gifts. Okay, you can be growing, you know, belief that you and your partner will work out. That could be the seed that you're planting. And it's like the soil is my thoughts. Okay, so it's like I have to make sure I have rich soil in my mind, so I can continue to grow this seed that I am planting. I also have to make sure my mind is in a good environment, not just for my, like, internally within myself, but externally as well, because other people's opinion, can create or affect the soil. They could be like pesticides or poisoning. They could be like poison, So it's just being really, really mindful, paying attention to those red flags. Maybe even certain friends can help you, but certain friends, may, literally have some sort of alternative vendetta or whatever. Okay, so we got playfulness here as well. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and read the childhood one. Thank you so very much, Spirit. We got 22, reconcile with your inner child. So it says, after you have met your inner child and you listen to their unmet needs, it is time for reconciliation. This is the step where the adult and the child joins together to live in harmony. This harmony is possible only when the adult makes the commitment to the inner child to remain present no matter what happens. It is time for you to commit to never abandoning your inner child regardless of the external circumstances. This commitment from you will help your inner child feel seen, heard, safe, and secure. When you and your inner child come together in this harmonious way, you are able to tap into the creativity, joy, and happiness that radiates naturally from the child. When your child is healthy and feels safe, they will naturally share their joy. You both collaborate to nourish each other and bring out the best in each other. With the foundation of this deep commitment, no matter what arises, there is nothing to fear because you will always be there for yourself. When this card presents itself, you are invited to grow up and take the next steps of deep commitment to your inner child. So this is very beautiful because that's the trajectory of 2023. With that Emperor card, it's like I'm taking control. That's me tapping into my masculine energy. I'm making the final decisions now. I'm taking responsibility over myself. Like I'm supporting myself. I believe in miracles. I'm going to allow for myself to invest in my dreams. Okay, so that's really, really beautiful. Regardless of what's happening external of me. Very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, so let's see what this Be Generous card says, which is 55. All right, so Be Generous says, being generous is feeling your own inner abundance and feeling the possibility of abundance all around. This abundance does not come only from money, but from all relationships and all of nature. Once we feel this prosperity inside and outside of us, we are able to open our hearts and share with the world. We naturally have the desire to do so. Being generous does not need to always be a act. It can come from offering a smile, a helping hand, or volunteering your time. Even if you feel you have nothing to give, you can practice amplifying the joy of the generous acts of others. Celebrate the abundant energy flowing. All of these are beautiful ways to share your generosity. As humans, we are here to share and to help others evolve. Humanity's true nature is abundance, and you get to help remind the world of that. When this card appears in your journey, you are invited to practice generosity for yourself. How can you be kind, attentive, and giving to yourself? When you learn to be generous with yourself, you are equipped and ready to be generous with all other beings. Okay? That's alrighty. So it kind of closed off on my Instagram. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off on there. But thank you to everyone who did join. I love y'all. I pray that y'all were able to receive what y'all need. Y'all have a wonderful day on purpose. Protect your peace. Toodles. Alrighty. And I was going to read isolation. All I remember is it saying something like a childlike playfulness is hidden under Sapphire's serious, elegant exterior. This card denotes wealth and an ability to do anything well. Trust and loyalty are also indicated. Sapphire also has a great capacity for healing. So it says, do not wait for the right time to live your life. You're on the verge of something big, but if you do not participate, it could pass you by. Sapphire does not know the difference between isolation and solitude. Do I? Self protection, making excuses, over preparing, never feeling ready to take action, celebration, experiences, and play. Okay, so we got play here twice. Being more playful will help you recapture your romance. Being more playful will help you in your career. Being more playful will help you with your friends. Being more playful will help you not miss out taking advantage of this opportunity, this new opportunity that's here. Okay. So, with that being said, you guys, I love y'all. I pray you were able to receive something to help you make that positive progress or continue to make that positive progress in your life journey. Y'all have a wonderful evening on purpose. Enjoy your new year. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Toodles.